Hey, yo. Hopefully, you guys can hear me all right. Guys, I hope you guys are all doing well. Today is Wednesday. It's the 6th of December. We only have a few more days, guys, to be very honest with you guys. Only a few more days until Christmas. What is it, 19 days? 19 days until Christmas. What a wonderful, wonderful past 2023. Guys, it I know a lot of people that go and I say that a lot of people are like, what are you talking about? If you really look at like especially the crypto markets and just the markets in general, 2023 really wasn't that bad as an investor. And so that's where I'm coming from with that. And also I try to keep a positive mindset. I like to appreciate any given moment, of any given day, no matter what the circumstances are for myself. They could be bad, they could be good, it could be a rainy day, it could be sunny. I just appreciate life and what it is in its entirety. And so what a great 2023, right? It's been a fantastic year full of trials and tribulations, full of challenges and successes. Nonetheless, I think it's been an awesome, awesome year so far. Again, we're not done with it just yet, but we have just a little bit more to go, and we're going to end it with the Christmas spirit and Santa and kids being happy, and hopefully, the markets will continue to do well, especially the crypto markets, and we can end 2023 on a strong note. So, I just kind of want to. I was thinking about that a lot this morning before I went live. I was like, man, this actually hasn't been that bad. So I just kind of want to say that and get it off my chest. Before I get into everything, guys, if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Tank. I'm the talking head of IBC Gang, which is Inspire, Believe, Create. We try to produce content here on social media platforms so that we can do just that, inspire and create beliefs within people or teams so that they can create things in their day-to-day lives, right? That is meaningful and hopefully sustainable and profitable, not just financially, but in every possible way it can be. With that being said, guys, nothing here is financial advice. It's all just food for thought. I just regurgitate my, thoughts on what's happening within the world, within the markets, and you can do with that as you will. Hopefully, you can use it as nourishment in your trading and or investing career, whatever it might be. But again, guys, none of this is financial advice. It's just a dude on the internet, just me regurgitating, what I see every single day. With that being said, I do want to give a humongous channel sponsor shout out to the one and only Kajira.network. Kajira.network has been sponsoring the IBC Gang channel here for quite a while now. We absolutely love them. They're the blockchain for real yield, the decentralized ecosystem for protocols, builders, and Web3 users seeking sustainable fintech. Shout outs to the Kajira ecosystem. Shout outs to the Kajira team. Absolutely love you guys. Not just because you guys support this channel and what we do here, but just because of your guys' approach to things. I very much vibe with that. I've said it a million times before. So like the sponsorship and the collaboration between myself, the IBC Gang, and Kajira.network, it really fits for me. It really fits for me, guys. Anyway, if you guys want to check out what's going on the Kajira.network, I definitely suggest that you guys go check out their platform. There's many things for you guys to check out. Real quick, let me actually bring up Finn, their order book. I just absolutely love this product. I absolutely love this product, guys. You can see right here that they are adding every month. I feel like they add something new here. We're on the 1 hour. We're looking at the Kajira USK. Look at their order books. Look at like right here. The great thing about Kajira, especially on their order books, is you can actually see everything real live right here. And you can see this on other parts of their platform as well. But you can see their order books right here. The market makers are all right here in front of your face. And I absolutely like that's such an advantage for everybody that's trying to play and utilize this platform. Check out some of these big gainers. NSTK, or the Nutsec token, as people like to call it, at 0.17. So 17 cents, guys. Let me go back again. Just take a look at this on the 2 hour here. Look at this. This is such a nice looking, beautiful chart. I know I'm spending a lot of time with my channel sponsor today, but I feel like I haven't done this very often recently. Guys, look at this chart. Oh gosh, will you let me just do this? Okay. Oh, sorry. Look at this chart here. It's still not letting me do. Why are you not letting me do this? Stop. It's still not letting me do it. Okay, Kajira. That's one feedback I'm gonna give you guys right now. I don't like that. I need to be able to draw on my charts here. I need to be able to see it. In any case, I always give them constructive feedback, man. Hey, Blau, good vibes. Yes, yes. In any case, you guys see the chart. It's pretty easy to see. Really like that. I saw before we jump off this, I saw, and I wasn't prepared, but I saw a tweet for an STK of when mainnet. So pretty soon, this might be going live, guys, and this is going to be a game changer, I think, within the Kajura ecosystem, within the Kajura community. So be on the lookout for that. What's up, Oliver? What's up, how's you guys' day going? How's your guys' day going? I really appreciate you guys being here, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you guys haven't, retweet and share. Really would appreciate it. In any case, guys, let's go over to the next channel sponsor of ours, guys. If you guys don't know, we have a second channel sponsor, and that is Jacko Protocol. Absolutely love Jacko Protocol, the product that they're trying to build. I think they have a tremendous product. I love the team. They went through some things socially on their social handles and whatnot with the hacker. But, hey, nobody's perfect. We learn, we live. The protocol was just fine. They've got everything back here. But if you guys don't know what Jackal is, excuse me. I'm sorry. You guys know I just have a problem. I don't know. Big old nose and allergies. I'm sorry for coughing and hacking up in the mic. But Jackal Protocol essentially is a storage application. Like there's other things that you can do. It's a name service and all this other stuff. But like in its essence, it's a decentralized cloud-based storage for whatever you're trying to do. Like I really think that this is going to go really well for obviously content creators like myself to kind of back up and have options for their content. I think people who are trying to build communities, maybe with like NFTs and stuff like that, should consider backing up their content, backing up their product, backing up their NFTs that people buy, or their collections, whatever you want to call them, using Jackal. I think it's a strong use case. And we the whole point of crypto is to cut out the middleman and decentralize things as much as possible. This is going to be such a great tool in the future for a lot of people to utilize. We already see what happens with like centralized services, that provide similar things. At any given time, you could be found for no good rhyme or reason. You could be found of whatever they claim and have everything rugged from underneath you. And so this is kind of a way for you to, protect yourself, for you to protect your participants of your community or the people that buy your service. This I think would be an awesome play for like NFT platforms as well, like Stargaze and any other NFT platform that facilitates buying and selling of NFTs. Like, you should be backing it up. You shouldn't be just running it all on centralized anything, right? What's up? Jackal Protocol in the house. Dark mode. Yeah, I was going to say actually dark mode is enabled, man. The last time I was showing it, I was like, I'm blind. Yo, this is the first thing when I brought it up. This is the first thing I noticed. I was like, oh, look at the black skin. Look at the black mode. Yo, shout outs to you, man. I really appreciate it. But yeah, no, I really, really love being partnered up and sponsored by not only Jackal Protocol, but the Kajura Network. Again, I think they have very strong products and I love their team. So definitely check them out, guys. I know I've been saying this for a while, but the Maneki V2, I guess I have to actually put it up for Maneki V1, but Maneki V2, we will be backing up everything and putting our, what we say, down. We'll be cementing it down. Like I was gonna say put my money where my mouth is. I guess it is putting my money where my mouth is. Whatever the saying is. We're gonna be practicing what we preach. I guess is the one I'm looking for. But yeah, we're gonna be using it. We'll be showing you guys how to go about doing that here in the next. I want to say this, but like it's December and God knows it's a crazy month. So like I'm gonna try to do it in December. But in any case, I'm gonna do it soon. Anyway, guys, that's our channel sponsors. Thank you guys for letting me rant and ramble about that. I really appreciate it, guys. Let's get into the topic of today, and that is like the obvious. Bitcoin is rallying. Before we get into the Bitcoin charts, though, I do want to cover because I think it's important to always cover the traditional markets first and foremost before we ever jump into the crypto markets. We're using Market Cipher as our oscillator and indicator tool of choice. I really like Market Cipher. Plus, I've paid for it in full for a lifetime membership. So you guys will be hearing me say that quite often. I think it's a great tool. There's many other tools out there that I think are great as well, but I've already paid for it. So I'm going to keep showing you guys Market Cipher here. Well, I get sidetracked and take a sip of coffee. The Dow Jones up 0.26% right now. The NASDAQ up as the day opens 0.29%. The Russell is up 1.48. as we turn the wheel, and SPX is up 0.33. So every index right now in the traditional markets are actually up right now. Yeah, I'm sorry for everything being very, very messy on the charts here in very, very transparent form. I will say that I've been proactively telling people that a lot of these cup and handle patterns that I have on the daily time frame are somewhat of a reach. Not so much on the Nasdaq, but the Dow Jones, somewhat of a reach, I will admit. But it is still yet there, and it does look like currently, which is still too early to play out, it does look like it is front ran. The market is front ran the length of which I ideally would have liked to see the handle play out, but is nonetheless on its way. It's broken through previous resistance, which was right around 35,525, and now it is pulling back up to. And this is something amazing to think about, right? Like this is what I was talking about earlier on when we started the show of how much of an amazing 2023 it's actually been. If you were actually in the markets, whether you were just in TradeFi indexes, like the main indexes, and looking at that kind of like on a zoomed out approach, or if you were just in, the top daddy and mommy of crypto, which is Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's realistically been a very good year. Like if all things aside, like if you're being honest with yourself, it's been a tremendous, tremendous year. Like look from the bottom here, or let's actually just go from where we called it, this dotted line. Excuse me again, guys. I'm sorry. Which is 29,515. From there, from where we called it to where we are right now, my friends, you're up 22, almost 23%, almost 23% from that bottom. That's amazing. Like that's and to put things in perspective, from all-time highs down to where we are right now, we're only 1.94% away for the Dow Jones index on the daily time frame, away from all-time highs. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. And so when you put things into perspective, it's like, holy smokes, right? Like 2%, 2% basically, give or take, a budge, a nudge in either direction. It's amazing. That is amazing. The NASDAQ, my friends, like if we just take a look at things here, let me take off all this noise here. Again, just putting things into perspective from basically where we are. Again, I'm not going to get too crazy with it, but to all-time highs on average, we're less than 5% away for the NASDAQ. That's mind-blowing. You couldn't tell me. Well, you definitely couldn't tell me because I've already taken profits and like I've been a winner and like I'm still a winner and winner chicken dinner. But like you can't tell me that like things were bad. It's been great. Excuse me. Oliver, it has been a long time. I'm so sorry, guys, that I got like this nasal drip thing happening. The weather in Tennessee has just been going up and down. It's cold today. And like the other day, I was wearing a shirt and shorts. And like today, I'm just like, oh my God, I can't handle it. I can't handle it. But in any case, amazing times, right? Like I'm not going to go into every single one of them, but you guys get the general gist. This one is a lot better looking cup and handle pattern for the NASDAQ. Right now, we are doing exactly what I would hope we do, is we actually just thread through on this and go sideways with price action here, right around, that 15, but basically where we are right now, 15, 959 to 15.9. We're seeing if it holds up as a point of rejection, and or if we just kind of like hover around this point before breaking through our glass ceiling, along with the rest of the markets, rest of the indexes for the TradeFi market. So yeah, we just got to be, I think, again, it's easy for me to say this because I've already taken profits from my positions in this past year. But like, I'm just being patient and waiting. Like, I'm definitely not chasing this. You're looking at like, none of this is financial, but you're kind of like looking at buying all-time highs. And like, if you've already taken a position, my thought process is there's no reason to chase this or anything like that. Other people that might have been waiting for clear signs, or for like the people that are already front running them to tell them when it's good to go. It's on you. You do whatever you need to do or whatever. But like I've already made my calls, and I was trying to share that with other people beforehand. Way back down here when Blau was helping me with the 200 SMA strategy, by the way, like we were trying to tell people, in the past. So it just kind of is what it is. It's amazing to see nonetheless. The Russell is up, like I said, 1.8%. We're coming up to the next level. If it keeps going, 188 is going to be the next level of resistance. I would expect that to kind of hold up. The Russell has been definitely hit a lot harder than the other indexes. And if you can see here, it's real easy to see What did Tupac say? It ain't hard to tell. Like, look at this range that we're just kind of going sideways in here. This is just an easy sideways range right here. And unless you were buying these lows in the past that we've been trying to show you guys, which 162.70, unless you were waiting for those moments to see whether we hold up as support, which, by the way, it's a triple bottom. It's a triple. So unless you've been playing that range and just been consistently taking profits on this, like, again, I'll just say it's kind of hard for me to suggest or even to like put out the narrative of like buying breakouts. Like, maybe there's a whole strategy that people do where like they buy breakouts, they buy certain levels which could potentially break out. But I'm just not that guy. So if it does break away out of that 188.87, we have the next level of resistance, which could be all the way up here at 213. Will that happen? Man, I'd rather just sit back and wait, to be honest with you. As far as like patterns repeating itself or things coming close to rhyming, like we've been in this channel, nothing right now, especially for the Russell, to tell me like with any kind of confidence that like now is the time to test this breakout and it's going to actually pop up to this next level. So I'm just being patient. I just kind of want to really quickly skim through things. One last one, the SPX, guys. The SPX right here, another cup and handle pattern. We're kind of like flirting with this level of which was once resistance. We're rounding. It does look like we're going to come back and test previous resistance and see if it holds up as support. But if it does hold up as support, when we bounce off this level, which is basically 45, what do I have? 45, 46. We could literally, like, you guys know, long-term, these bigger, higher time frame cup and handle patterns usually mean like they're super bullish, right? They usually mean very positive for price action going forward if it confirms and plays out. Now, with the higher time frames, caveats to this is you really need to give it a lot of time to actually confirm and play out. You could get faked out really, really easily on the higher time frames because you don't give it that amount of time to fully confirm and play out. So like one thing with market cipher is I don't even give it equal amount of time. Sometimes I give it like more than that, like even double that amount of time to fully play out because, again, we're looking at things on the higher time frames. Like, it could be all good until it's not. And I don't want to be stuck in that position. That is, again, why I always tell people to take profits while profits are in front of your face, because you don't know. I'm not a gypsy. I'm not a vagabond. I'm not a rogue. I'm not a fortune teller. I don't know. I just know when profits are in front of me, and I like taking profits, right? So again, we're watching to see if this holds up. If it does hold up as a springboard of support, the next level of resistance is going to be 47.11. Previous average all-time high levels for the S&P 500. Again, just food for thought. Basically, where we are right now to all-time highs, give or take, just a little budge or nudge up and down. It's less than 5%. That's insane, man. It's been such a great 2023. Such a great 2023. Reese says cold today. He says it's cold, bro. My allergies. What's up, Reese? By the way, my allergies have just been, or my nose, like, just, it's been screwed, man. This whole week, I got up, walk around slippers and one day and a shirt. Today, I was like, nope. I got sweatpants on underneath this, a shirt underneath, a sweater. I'm bundled up today. I turned up my heat too. Freaking stupid Tennessee weather, bipolar. Lobo says gold just looked over the fence and prepares to jump over all-time high. Yeah, well, it did already, right? Like, just previously. I know I like gold. Like, here, let's actually go to that, and then we'll get into the crypto markets and we'll talk about Bitcoin, because I know everybody wants to talk about Bitcoin. But fundamentally, guys, like, the markets, the liquidity, it's all the same. Don't kid yourself. Like, when people don't address the TradeFi market and commodities and things like that, like, it baffles me because it's all the same money. It's not like there's like some weird dark corner of the world that wants nothing to do with TradeFi and only wants to like be risk on in crypto. It's one and the same as far as the market goes, as far as the liquidity goes. And it's just a switching of liquidity. It's like a flow of liquidity, right? Like it moves. In any case, you guys get what I'm saying. Let's go into gold. Gold, it's up to 0.28% on the day. It's up $5.61. At one point, look at this. Just recently, this is what we were talking about. Like, it ran up to $2,148, made a new all-time high. Here's my thing with gold, right? And it's just because I'm an investor and somewhat of a trader, long-term trader. Like, look, gold isn't meant to be something that makes you rich. Let me say that to you guys very, very clear. Like gold, precious metals, and all this other stuff. It's a hedge. It's a store of value. Matter of fact, it was like one of the first value before like actual, ditching rocks and like trading goats and stuff like that. But like using a precious metal, silver and gold were amongst the first real money. And so we're basically, we're not using it to get rich. We're hedging against inflation. We're hedging against all other things in the markets, right? And so that's like where and how I look at precious metals. And when I look at gold, like gold is so expensive right now that it's basically at all-time highs. And like as an investor and or trader, by principle, by fundamentals and the rules of engagement for myself, I do not buy all-time highs. I buy when people are fearful, not when people are, cheering it on and happy and gleeful. I want to buy it when everybody else is convinced that it's dreadful and whatnot. I want to buy tears. I want to buy fear. I want to buy when it was low down here. I want to buy the bloodshed, right? So for me as an investor, it's not that I don't like gold. I have gold, right? I have gold. Not enough. I never have enough gold. I never have enough silver, copper, nickel, whatever it is, because I'm greedy as hell and I wish I always had more. And that's just the honest truth. Like anybody would probably tell you, you don't never have enough, but I have enough of where it's at right now. And so go ahead, buy gold if you guys want. You're buying somebody else's exit, to be very honest with you. Anyone here want to trade goats? Yeah. Like, hey, that should be an NFT project on Juno. Goats. Let's see if anybody wants to trade goats. But yeah, it's that. So that's just me though. But and that's just my humble opinion. That's my personal position financially and socially about how I view gold and why I don't really talk about like investing into gold right now at the current price. I mean, we're buying somebody else's exit, and that's just the fact of the matter right now. If you're buying the tops right now, you're buying somebody else, unless you just want to buy gold and you DCA into it. It's whatever, right? You're buying the tops for somebody else to exit. In order to have buyers, you need to have sellers. Well, if you're like me, unless people just buy green candles all day long. But so yeah. I won't go too much more into that. But like gold's great. Gold is absolutely great. And if you zoom out, let's go to the monthly for gold, and we like reset the chart. I mean, it's a no brainer. Like it's the next damn thing next to crypto and a few others that when you go from here to up and to the right, I mean, good God, I mean, you can't argue with that. You can't, but that's like one of those things where you're not going to be alive to see that. You're just going to give it hopefully to your kids, and be that grandpa, be that dad. Anyway, now it's a little different for me though with silver and other precious metals. One, there's a couple of things when it comes to silver, paper traded silver versus the actual physical reserved, like held silver product. The difference is astronomical. The difference is so if anybody was ever to like short and everything in short, what I'm trying to say is if everybody that's buying paper traded silver goes to redeem that, those markets don't have enough actual to cover, and so what would happen, what would be in theory, this is all just in theory, what would happen is the price per ounce of silver, which is $24, basically $24.03 at the current moment, would skyrocket, would absolutely skyrocket, well over $100. I don't know the actual math. I don't have it up right now, but like, that's just my thought process of why I like silver right now. Also, the easy, simple thing is like, we're looking at things on the monthly time frame. This is a huge cup and handle pattern. And we just got done talking about cup and handle patterns, right? I'd rather get into these looking charts, regardless if I'm stretching it or not, that have much more upside potential. I mean, look at this, monthly time frame, dotted line is where we're at with price action. It's done it twice before. So if we go from here to the top before, that's a 93, little over 90% possible return that I can get from getting into silver, whether it be paper traded or physical silver, right? It's more attainable for most people that want to hold it physically because it's $24 per ounce. Like you could set aside $24 and the average person could buy and actually physically self-custody, the first original OG self-custody ever gold and silver, right? And get into that game. Versus like you can't buy an ounce of gold for the average person because it's $2,025 right now. Not a lot of people have an extra $2,025 to buy gold at its all-time high versus buying silver, which has a potential because it's done it twice before. And if price action has gone there in the past, it could do it again and get a return, not only, a hedge against volatility and inflation, but you could also get a return in the percent wise on the charts of over 90%. So, that's just, I'm speculating, admittingly, I'm speculating. And, I'm kind of like, there's manipulation throughout precious metals, but like, that's where I'm at. That's why I love silver. That's just me though. And if it goes down, honestly, if everything's all said and true and what I just said, if its price action has gone there in the past, it can go there again. And that's with anything, my friends, with anything. And there's many reasons for that, but like, yeah, silver could come down and see 14, 15, 10, like that underneath a double digit price point. It could definitely do that. And I'll buy the shit out of it. Sorry for swearing. I would buy the living F out of it just because I like silver. I don't even like wearing gold. I like wearing silver. Look at my watch. My watches they're not gold plated. They're not even gold. They look chrome and silver, right? My necklaces, my rings. I don't buy, like, I like silver. I like silver. Anyway, I'm not going to try to convince you guys. I just like it more. What's up, everybody in chat? What's up, Chicken Tacos? What's up, John? Let's get off of that, guys. I'll tell you guys one thing that looks absolutely great in precious metals, and that is copper. We've been talking about that quite a bit ever since I went into a copper mine up in Michigan in the Upper Peninsula, which was freaking terrifying, but so cool at the same time. Like, this is the best looking precious metal chart I've ever seen in my entire life. Again, we're on the monthly time frame. Again, if you don't know, doesn't matter where you live, copper runs your infrastructure. Copper runs your basically every line that you need in your day-to-day lives. It's in everything you need. Copper is great. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Anyway, going to PAS, it's back at 15.58. Admittingly though, I'm just waiting on a position. I just have some free and clear PAS. So I'm just waiting to see what happens. I was calling it out. PAS is my trade fi play for semiconductors, chips, chip manufacturing, and precious metals. They're a mining corporation. So guys, if you guys want to look into that, you guys can. But guys, yeah, again, it's just, I like the charts. It's been there in the past before. I can get indirectly into all of these industries, and price action has gone there 3 times before where I could possibly get over 155% gain from being in PAS. And you can see like we have a good buying range right here where it's held up twice before. Hopefully it does that again. We see some price appreciation in the foreseeable future. In the next year, 2024, I think will be a good year for PAS. Not financial advice, just something that I'm looking into. Coinbase is a pure cash machine. Wasn't always like that, but Coinbase is up again, 0.56%. But from the lows here, from when everything happened to where it's at right now, 322% in less than a year. 320, that's like one of the best performing. Like, again, if you were in the stock markets this past year, like I said when we opened up, it's been a fabulous freaking year. It's been a fabulous year, especially if you were like in the stock markets and you also loved crypto because you're a degen like me. Like, it's been a fabulous freaking year. And so Coinbase going to be like basically this the custodian for any product, regardless of ETFs or whatnot, but especially if Bitcoin and Ethereum get their ETFs, it's going to be Coinbase that custodies all this, that handles all of this. And guess whose stock is going to rise? Coinbase. And they seem to be the chosen child with the SEC and all that jazz. Anyway, let's get off of all that. Let's dip into Bitcoin. We dip into Bitcoin. Let me see here. Actually, before we get into Bitcoin, we're on the monthly again using Market Cipher right now. The total market cap for today is in the red, just barely. It's basically flat right now. It's 0.08% in the red. Over the past couple of days, Bitcoin and Ethereum, especially Bitcoin though, has been rising the total market cap of crypto basically single-handedly. We haven't seen a lot of altcoins or Total 2, Total 3 pumping along with it. Yes, Ethereum did catch a pretty good wave along with Bitcoin, but it's to be expected. It's like the second biggest crypto by market cap, is the most well-known smart contract applicable permissionless smart contract applicable play that you can find in the crypto landscape. It just kind of is what it is, right? So it caught a little bit of a bump with the rally here, but all in all, if you take a look at things on the day, again, we're on the monthly here. I'm sorry. If you take a look at things on the monthly here, you can see that the past 3 months, we've been, or 4 actually, well, 3, not including this red candle, but over the past 3 months, we've been steadily climbing with the body wick highs. You can see here each month, and the wick highs for each month as well. We're using Japanese candles here, the Heikanashi candles. Sorry if I'm not saying that right. I'm just a Western foreigner. That's how I say it. Heikanashi. Am I saying it right? Hakanashi. But yeah, as you can see here, we have our ebbs and flows, we have our gives and takes. Right now, we're just having another red day after rallying tremendously over the past few days. This is the daily time frame here. Again, let me just reset it for you guys, and you can see we've had a tremendous bump up in the total market cap. This is total. We're bumping tremendously on the so we should have a rest period. On average, from when we really started the rally to where we are today, we're up 53% in the last 56 days. Tremendous. So have some patience. And when things start coming down a bit, it could come down 5%. It could do whatever it wants. In comparison to rallying 53%, I'll give 5% downturns any given day, just so that we can stabilize, see if we're going to actually lay down a foundation layer of support to build upon, and then carry on, right? If you zoom on the daily time frame, total market cap, again, excuse me, you can see that we had a long-term trend line of resistance here. We broke out of it. Ever since we broke out of it, we had a over 50% pump on the charts here, percent-wise. And now look at this. This isn't rocket scientist. You can see that we're basically testing previous supports right now, and previous support and or resistance usually does hold up like previous support and or resistance for a short amount of time, or maybe even for an indefinite amount of time going forward, right? So we're testing previous support zones to see if it holds up as resistance or we break through it. Usually it holds up for at least a little while as resistance, because buyer confidence and the overall sentiment in the markets need to really be convinced and changed. But that's what's happening right now. So I wouldn't even be surprised if we see some volatility at this price point for the total market cap, and we come back down a bit and kind of either retest on the daily time frame the SMAs, which is the 50 and the 200 SMA here. But nonetheless, I wouldn't be surprised if we just see some volatility. Juno News, Medusa, I'll get into that in just a little bit. B2B first, appreciate you being here. Quorum, any good? I don't want to give I don't hold as much quorum as some other people would like me to hold. There, I said it. I'm not giving you my thoughts about it. That's being honest. I don't hold as much as some people think I should hold. Tremendous sounds like Trump. Tremendous. Yeah. Wait. I can't even do it. Tremendous. He does that all the time, right? Tremendous. Super. I'm the best. That's that. I can't even get close to doing it. He always does it. He goes, I'm the best. Nobody even knows. It's tremendous. Stupendous. Oh God, that was my try. That was really bad. I know. I can't even make the face. But anyway, you guys get the general gist of what I'm trying to say here with the total. If you'd like to look at Market Cypher B on the daily time frame, you can see that we have been growing with the positive money flow, deep in the positive money flow. As Brand used to say, the chartreuse color here. The only reason I know that is because Brand schooled me in colors. Chartreuse color here growing. You can see it here as well with the bar. We've been high with the RSIs for some time, but we could literally just keep doing this and going sideways on the high side for the RSIs. For the remaining part of the year, for the rest of this month, and still trend upwards with price action. So it can kind of get a breather, pump, get a breather, get pump, get a breather, pump, and price action could just slowly grow like it has been doing. So yeah, but in any case, we are high though, so be mindful of that. Excuse me. You know what, Tank? 6 months ago, Oliver, I'm sorry if you guys can't see this. Maybe I should bring in the chat. Oliver says, Tank, 6 months ago, I had some fresh cash to inject, and I had a flashback of you saying, "Don't sleep on Akash," and I didn't sleep. Thanks, mate. You the best around. Like, dude, that kind of stuff warms my heart. Not that I was telling you guys financial advice, but like, you know, when people say those kind of things, and I hear that it's been beneficial, it makes my heart sing. It makes me feel good. Uh, yeah, I'm glad for you, man. I'm glad for you. Um, we can move on. Like, okay, we can go into total two real quick. We'll go into total two real quick. Total two. Uh, showing us it's down also 0.47%. This is everything excluding Bitcoin, so Ethereum and all altcoins. But again, same thing, had a humongous rally, right? Total three, everything excluding Bitcoin and ETH. If you guys never knew that, that's what it is. So like total is everything. Total one is excluding Bitcoin. Total, no, I'm sorry. Total two, I'm sorry. Total one is actually everything. Total two is excluding Bitcoin. Total three is excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So all altcoins, right? And you can see right now, as altcoins are having a little bit of an okay day. It's up 0.31%, but that's all altcoins out there, right? Not just Cosmos, it's all altcoins right there. So it could be just like a handful of things doing well. Excuse me. Let's go into Bitcoin though. Bitcoin has been fighting that $44,000 level of resistance over the past couple of hours, like I guess 12 hours or so when we rallied back over it. It's underneath it just barely right now. So it's down, but you guys got to remember we just rolled over the day. So like keep that all into perspective. All in all, you can take a look at the 1 hour here. Let me reset it for you guys. Let me take off all this stuff. Oh, no, lock it. Look at this chart. Look at this chart. This is the hourly chart. Holy smokes, right? Let's look at the 4 hour chart. Ugh. 4 hour chart here. From the low just recently to the high of where we're at right now, you're up 181%. That's insane. For that's why I was saying, like, this past year, if you're in the markets, just in general, like, the indexes for TradeFi, if you were in Bitcoin, Ethereum, like, holy smokes. Let's go to the daily time frame and kind of show you guys here. Reset it again for you guys. All right, daily time frame here from the lows, again, so you can kind of see it a little bit better, to the highs of where we're at right now. You just had a tremendous year. If you were buying Bitcoin when we were showing, not just me, but when everybody else was fearful, like whatever. But the proof is in the pudding. And I guess I can say, like, I've been saying it, so I guess I'll just say it. Like, where we were showing you guys where we were interested in and buying it, you'd be up over 100%. That's insane. It's been a great year. 2023, great year. It's going to be such a, I'm going to take this off since I don't see anybody chatting. It's going to be such an awkward conversation for a lot of other people to have later on, where they go, I don't know how to call it. Like, some people say it was the worst bear market ever. And it kind of was socially, right? Like, we went through so much crap. But at the same time, it provided such crazy returns in this bear market. People are going to be like, I don't know how to feel about this. It's going to be fun to hear people's stories when we're in 2024, 2025, and you go, well, how did 2021, 22, and 23 treat you? And you're going to be like, 48.2 incoming soon, in my opinion. Clear skies. Yeah. Well, I've been in the like mind with you, Blau, for a long time. And if anybody doesn't know, like, same thing that Blau just said, we were calling out these zones for the Bitcoin price to where, if it pulled away from these previous resistances, there's really nothing stopping it to going up to those levels that it was at before. There really isn't. There really isn't, other than like, the fundamental SEC and like, that stuff. But price, like, going just off the charts here, which, by the way, this was, some of the charts that we were sharing with you guys here using the 4x4 DCA strategy. What a tremendous chart here. Yeah, I'm kind of of the same mind. Like, somebody was asking, like, oh, would you short here, Tank, or are you long? Like, again, let me just say, I've already made my positions. I made my positions over the past year. So like, I'm a long-term hodler now. I've made my triple plus plays, and I've done what I wanted to do out of them. So now it's hodl time to see what happens. I'm not really a trader. I'm not a good trader at all. I'm a good investor. I'm not really like the short time frame stuff. I can't. I know my strengths. But I will say, with that being said, even though I just admitted it's not my strengths. I couldn't call it. I couldn't tell you with any confidence right now if I would, even with that, with what I just said, with being clear skies and agreeing kind of with Blau, of how it would go long or short on this. I'd just be patient and sit back and see. Like really, like let me see. Here, Bitcoin longs. This is Bitcoin shorts right here on the daily time frame. This is the Bitcoin shorts chart on the daily time frame. This is longs. Oops, sorry, you guys can't see it. Sorry. This is the longs. Look how it's dropping off. Not a lot of people wanting to take that risk right now, right? This is shorts. Still kind of looking wishy-washy. Not very confident. We saw a bunch of shorts just recently all get liquidated. Probably helped tremendously with this price action to the upside, right? People are licking their wounds. Bears are licking their wounds, seeing what's happening. Now we see what happens with retail. Now we see what happens with the ETF. Now we see what happens with the markets, right? I think this is a, this is the CME futures. CME futures is sitting at 44.4. CME futures are sitting at 44.4. So just off that, you would think, okay, it's probably safe to kind of long a little bit here, right? Bitcoin dominance is rising, rising like a weed that you can't kill. It's a super interesting time. But yeah, that's if you guys want to know, to like the very first part of today's stream, is it going to hold over 40? I'd say like if I had to take a guess, I think so. But I'm not going to take a short or long on it right now. I'm just hodling. What do you guys think in the chat? Let me know. Will Bitcoin hold above 40 or is it going to dip down below? Let me know in the chat, guys. What do you guys think? All right. With that being said, that's my thoughts about Bitcoin right now. Actually, let me go into this chart real quickly. If you guys, again, I've been sharing this with you guys for a while now. This is the Bitcoin halving chart that I like to show everybody. We've been showing the appreciation, depreciation, anticipation phase. That's the real phases. Like you can call them these flashy things like bull, bear, crab market, whatever you want to call them. That's basically what it is, right? It's the appreciation phase on price point, depreciation, and then anticipation is basically what we've been accustomed to. Let's call them for what they really are. What's up, Matt Miller? What do you think, Matt? Bitcoin going to stay above 40K or what? You guys let me know in the chats. By the way, guys, please like, subscribe, reshare. Let me know, guys. But yeah, so right now we have a long-term trend line. I don't think retest of 41. Don't think retest of 41. Yeah, I know. I think, honestly, I think it will stay above 40K. I think there's a retest bound to happen here soon. I don't know where it is, though. I don't know where to call it. I'll be honest with you. I don't know where to call it there. But I would think that it's probably not going to go below 40K for the rest of the year. I think. Yo, MM Crypto. That guy. I used to watch that guy back in the day. What's up, Marty? Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's my thoughts. That's my thoughts. But yeah, Bitcoin halving in April, my friends. In April. Not long from now. He opened shorts. Chicken Taco is going to open shorts. If it dips, it might drop to 39. Yeah, there might be a wick. Yeah, there might be a wick. I'll go out and stand on this pile of dirt, which could be my grave. If it does go completely opposite of what I'm saying here, but I think if it does, it'll be a quick wick. But I don't think it goes below 40. I don't think it goes below 40 again for the rest of the year. I'm gonna call that. And if it does, I was wrong. I'll go ahead and lay in that pile of dirt. Be real fun to see, though. Be real fun to see. But yeah, not far away, guys. Not far away. Whew. Anticipation phase. People front running, and in general, if you were front running in any time in the past, it didn't matter if from the high here to the low here during the last anticipation phase, you front ran the halving and the appreciation phase by miles. Even at the bottom here, by miles to all-time high, you got 1,651% return from your position in Bitcoin. It's not financial advice. It's just showing you guys the truth of the matter, right? You can see this down here in the past before. if you hit the bottom, which nobody ever does, but let's just say you did, and you front ran that previous halving and appreciation phase, you got 12,536% return. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I have a very conservative thought of where the price is going to go for this next halving or bull market or appreciation phase, whatever you want to call it. I think conservatively on the high end too, if that makes any damn lick of sense, being conservative and kind of stretching it. I think we might get 123% from where we're at, which would give us right around 143,000 Bitcoin. That'd be, I don't think anybody's going to complain about that. I wouldn't. I wouldn't complain if we got anything above all-time highs, and then like anything above that would just be a cherry on top of my cake. But let's be honest, if we take a look at how things have gone, they get cut dramatically, more than in half every single time the bull market happens. Like you can see it happen right here, right? As you stair step, it gets harder and harder because the market cap increases. Then the money that it takes for you to get a double up even increases so large that, you know, it's harder to pump. It's harder to pump. Kind of like the same thing with gold. It's the problem that gold has, right? Like I can't get a double up buying my gold. I'd be stupid to even think of it unless some fundamental thing happens where we go back to a gold standard or something like that. I would be dumb and insane to kind of think about like, oh, I'm going to get a double up from gold. It's almost getting to the point where like those returns are going to be harder and harder. Yeah, unless fundamental things happen or change, right? Like ETF flows and stuff like that. Some report of 500K Bitcoin. Maybe, right? Some reports are saying Coke is good for your health. Yeah. Could be. Short term or long term? What are we talking about? But yeah, like look, so if you, again, here, I showed you guys got 13,000 from the last one, right? If you front ran and got the absolute bottom, we're just showing stuff as examples. This is, so it shows you 11,000, right? Watch how it gets cut even more than in half from the bottom here to the top. That's 1,455%. Like I think it just, if the patterns don't necessarily repeat themselves but rhyme, we're going to have that happen again. So from the bottom here, if you front ran, then like, let's just say it was here. To the top here, like that from, if you caught that lick, you're going to get it 862. I measured this here from the last place of price action, I believe, which even from where we were to that, yeah, it was like conservatively a little bit over. So yeah, I think that's what's going to happen, guys. I really do think that's what's going to happen. So you use zero. Mountain Dew. Yeah. I know somebody used to drink Mountain Dew all the time in our dental office. And I was like, you're like our best patient because your teeth are going to rot out of your head. Anyway, guys, that's what I think about Bitcoin. Tremendous. Again, to use my Trump, tremendous price action. The best. Better than you've ever seen before in your life. The best. Vote for me. Oh, speaking of, so let's go into that, right? It's a good segue. I didn't even mean to do that, but look at me, I did it. If you guys don't know, recently, and actually, let me stop sharing my screen right now and kind of go into real talk with you guys. I want to say this officially, publicly, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, Juno Network, Juno community, anybody who participated in the voting and in the conversations, or anybody that's held Juno in the past. Or maybe you might not even still right now. It doesn't really matter. Like I want to thank everybody. Recently, a proposal passed from the Juno Charter, and I know a lot of you guys probably don't keep up with all of that stuff. But let me bring up MintScan here. The Juno Network is formalizing and putting together the charter in its entirety, step by step. The first of those subgroups was the Operation SubDAO that was voted upon. The nominees over a few months were, selected by the community. There was a lot of interaction from the community, from the Juno working group, from the participants, from the nominees, from everybody, and talking about things. 4 people were nominated out of the community for Operation SubDAO seat. Me being one of them. Excuse me, guys. And just recently, just yesterday, 3 out of 4 of them passed. So 3 out of 4 of them just recently passed, guys, and I was one of them. So I just want to say thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate your guys' support. It was, I'm trying to choose my words correctly. I was shocked, and I'm saying this because I've been trying to do things within the space, and it's been an uphill battle for me personally. It seems like uh, to break the norm of say, or to get the ecosystem in its entire, not just Juno, to kind of break away from the norm of what we've always done. Um, and so it meant a lot. It really did mean a lot to me to see the support come in for my proposal specifically. I can't speak for my current SubDAO members, but I can speak for me personally. Like it really did mean a lot to me, um, coming from all of you guys, to see the support like really turn out this time. Um, this was the overall validator representation of how it went. And so I know some of you guys might stake to some of these validators. Like, look, oh wow, I'm gonna fucking. It's been an effort, man. Like, look, I'm trying not to get. I'm gonna be honest. I come across as tough and all that stuff. I'm kind of getting a little choked out a little bit, right, or choked up a little bit right now because I was like really expecting the norm the normal to happen again. I don't know why I'm getting so choked up about this. I do this kind of stuff every day for other stuff, but this, I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've spent and caught so much flack from people in the past. But like, and I really was expecting like nothing to change, just hoping for the best. But like a lot of people turned out, and I got a lot of support earlier on, and it meant a lot. It made me re-believe that if you're a genuine person with genuine intentions, and you literally are doing things for the right reason, that maybe the first, second, third, whatever amount of times it doesn't work, but eventually it's gonna happen, right? And I don't know if my nomination or my seat is gonna make a big humongous difference, but it really really like meant a lot to finally see it happen. So I just wanted to say thank you. Like it I don't know. I was like, I'm gonna just say normal stuff. Like it meant a lot. It meant, and I'm sure other people can kind of like really understand, because there's been so much frustration and emotion in not only Juno but like the Cosmos ecosystem, to have the community really like embrace the charter and all the hard work that the Juno working group put into it, and then organically and as transparently like vote some of us on. Personally, I'm speaking about myself, but even others, I'm sure this meant a lot for others too. Um, is a huge win. Like, I don't know. Like, to me, it's a huge win. I don't know if it's gonna do like what a lot of other, like, I don't know. We're gonna find out. It's a work in progress. It's a long haul. But man, like, wow, it was amazing to go through, and now the real work begins, right? So again, I feel better now. I'm kind of over it about getting choked up. But it means a lot, and I will do everything I possibly can to not let the Juno network and the people of the Juno ecosystem down. Like, like we're gonna try our best. We're gonna work together with the other members and with the other sub DAOs to do our best to be proactive, to be responsive, and to be as genuine as possible with the build and the redirection and the steering of this ship for the Juno network to be more positive. And hopefully that will result into what everybody hopes, right? Is the price go up. So yeah, I just wanted to say, I wanted to take a minute. Like, you guys went on a limb. Like, admittingly, I've been here for a long time. I know you guys like, you know. So let's do it. Let's do it. Some of the other ones, some of the other proposals for some of the other members. also passed. So I just want to say, Cristiano, I'm looking forward to working with you. Cristiano got even more support than me, which was amazing because I'll be honest, I don't know Cristiano and I don't know Mac as much as I know I'm going to in the future, but I don't know these individuals very well. Um, and that's my fault. That's on me. But Matt, Cristiano got so much support. I was like, wow, who is this guy? He must be like some big brain. But yeah, like he's got great support, which was great to see because I actually really like his take on the Commonwealth right now on changing things fundamentally for Juno. Um, and Max on the discussion that we had on Discord. Thank you, Little D, and everybody that participated in that within the Juno network also passed. I really liked a lot of things that Mac was saying as well. But there was one individual, and I want to say who came from the cybernetics team, which again, guys, if you don't know, his name is Panos. He unfortunately didn't pass. It was just barely didn't pass, which was a shame. I think a lot of this, if I had to make a public and official statement on my thoughts about it, because a lot of people have asked me. They're a larger validator. As you can see here, they hold 24.4% of the vote here. And I think the reason, I can only assume the reason why some of the other validators voted no is because they didn't want a validator of that standing to hold that seat. I don't know if it was like a conflict of interest thing or whatever it was, but that's the only thing I could think of because as far as what Panos had to say, granted, again, I will admit I didn't know him as well as I would like to get to know him. I still would like to get to know him because they voted yes for me too. Like I really do appreciate that as well as cybernetics. I think that's what it was. I had to. I don't know. I really honestly, the only people that really gave good feedback, like constructive criticism and feedback, was Stakesito. To be very honest with you, they wrote up a long article, gave their thought process about it, and posted it publicly. But I forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't think very many others, other than the ones that I interact with on a day-to-day basis, like NetaDAO, Cleomindas, Cosmos Spaces, Crypto Dungeon. But I will say Cosmos Spaces, they were really quiet about a lot of stuff too. But like the ones that were verbal and active within the Juno working group and the charter and stuff like that. Other than them, I don't know the reasoning behind why they voted no for Panos. He has some really good, interesting thought processes and things that I agreed upon in our discussion during the Discord meeting. And so, yeah, Panos, regardless, or anybody in the future, because we are going to need a fourth seat. I hope this doesn't deter people. I hope seeing 3 out of 4 pass shows signs of progress, that progress can be made. So even if it's not Panos or somebody from the cybernetics team, if you've ever been interested in and actually, putting your efforts where your mouth is and maybe making a difference for Juno, I suggest throwing in your hat. There's going to be, we need a fourth. So yeah, that's the Juno news that I want to talk about. What else was the topic of today, guys? What was the other topic of today that we were supposed to be talking about? The ATOM1. I know this is going to be a hot topic. I just want to kind of quickly go over this right now. And I said this in a space the other day. If you guys don't know much about ATOM1, there's a lot that you guys can research in the GitHub. I'm going to link this in the chat right here. It's kind of nerdy. Later, Blau. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. I really like you coming around these days, man. And I miss talking with you, and I love the company. But going back to the GitHub talk, some of it for the average person is kind of nerdy. It's a lot to kind of jump into the GitHub, but take a look at it, guys. Take a look at it. Regardless, it's going to affect the Cosmos ecosystem in its entirety. So I wouldn't just like jump on the bandwagon FUD or hype train for this. Do your due diligence, do your work, do some research, and don't formulate your opinions based off other people's opinions. It's the worst thing you could possibly do. Sure, take them in, but I would not formulate your opinions solely based on other people's opinions, because you got to understand that the majority of people have opinion solely because of where they are financially or socially within the topic. And so you see people like the ICF, like Informal, like all these other people that have products and validators and businesses within the space saying what they say because it's going to directly affect them. And so, of course, they want you to feel the same way they feel. You don't have to do that. You can not they're saying that they're wrong. And I'm not advocating for Jay. I'm not advocating for ATOM1. I'm just saying do a little bit more research and really researching how this might affect you as a person rather than them. Yes. Is it making it too small? I was wondering. Thank you. Any chance to minimize the comment area size and therefore make the other stuff more readable? Yes. Sorry about that. So one thing I don't like about Restream. Let me know, what do you guys think about ATOM1? I think they definitely should change or consider changing the name. I wouldn't go with ATOM1. I would go with like Gaia or something like that. That's cool. You also see that, I don't know if it was jokingly or not, our lead dev for Juno had said that Juno should be within ATOM1. Did you guys see that? I thought that was an interesting take. What was the other thing that we had to talk about today? Oh, Zeph mining. Okay, last thing. Unless anybody else has anything else they want to say about ATOM1. Hub should be the token or Gaia. Yeah, should be Gaia. Reese had too much beer today. I saw it. I was like, what the fuck? What? Guys, let me bring up real quickly some CloudMost stuff. Excuse me, man. Oh, I hate my allergies. All right, let me bring it up for you guys here. So this is my own personal wallet using CloudMost. If you guys don't know, Zephyr is like this new hot thing, right? To mine using CPUs. You can mine it if you have an Akash if you have Akash in your wallet by visiting CloudMost. I went over this. You guys can check out my previous video on YouTube. Yada yada yada. There were some issues about providers hanging up deployments. Well, I found a couple again. The cost per month is $35 on this one. And you can see my max hash rate right now is 8751, which is just shy of 9 kilohash. I'm speculating here. It's costing me to do this, but there's decent hash to be had if you guys want to play this game as well. I'm using proof of stake tokens, my rewards, to supplement this endeavor. This endeavor is also being used for Maneki V1 and Maneki V2 holders. If I can find a sustainable hash rate, we're going to gamify this and we're going to have a lot of fun merging proof of stake with proof of work and hedging against or combining the two within the space. This is awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. Shout outs to CloudMost and Akash. I will say, if you guys can fix some of the hang up issues and provide sustainable deployments, this is going to be huge. But it's working again, and I want to show that to you guys. 8751. You might be like, hey, how much are you getting for that tank? Well, let's actually go check that out here. Let me see if I can bring it up here. Yeah. Miners. I'm using a Hero Miner. So if I go here and I put in estimating, let's just say 9 kilohash, that's basically making me at the current price and hash rate of Zephyr $30.26. So I'm running at a $5 loss, but I'm speculating that the price of Zephyr goes back up and the demand goes back up. So yay. We're also setting up in-house mining operations for Zephyr. That's going to be benefiting Maneki holders. Yeah. You don't need any equipment if you're using CloudMost. This is all cloud-based right here. Excuse me. This is all cloud-based right here. All you need to do here, I'll actually link in, if you guys go to my YouTube channel, it's just a couple videos ago. Let me go here. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. How to mine Zephyr. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, where's it at? Oh, no. Oh, I'm doing the wrong one. Oh, my videos. I'll find it for you guys in just a second and I'll link it in there. All you need to do is this. Follow this. Follow this. Get shareable link. Boom. I like Gaia too. That's all you need. You need some Akash. You need a Zephyr wallet address. You set it up using the templates that I provided there in that YouTube channel. Bada bing, bada boom. Let Akash and CloudMost know Cryptoquant is the best, and let everybody in Zephyr know that you guys can also do this without having to buy or run it yourself. Yeah. And so if you're staking, this is the cool thing about it, right? If you're staking a decent amount in a proof of stake network, you can use those proof of stake rewards to run this. And then so you're kind of like, you're merging the two, right? It's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. This isn't even the best hash rate I'm getting, but shout outs to this provider here. So if you guys don't know, oops, my deployment's here. My provider for this is BLD Computer. Provider BLD Computer. Awesome, awesome. I can actually show you guys real fast. If you guys want me to show you, I can show you how it goes. So I'm going to close. It's just as simple as this too. I can just redeploy stuff. Watch how fast this is. They can, so you bid. I'll show you in just a second. It takes me no time. Watch. So I'm going to go redeploy. They're going to show me all the presets that I already have in here, right? I'm using 18 CPUs. Memory size is 6. My storage is 6. Create deployment. They're going to bid on it. I need 5 Akash in my wallet to do this. Waiting for bids. Waiting for bids. Boom. You see all these providers come in with their bids. This one, there's cheaper ones too. You can wait. You got like 5 minutes for bids. Not all providers are created equal. You see how they're coming in now? BLD, the bad thing about these guys is their uptime is not good. But so let's just say I go back with BLD. Once the bids stop rolling in. See how it's cheaper here too? See, actually, let me go here. Let me go the cheap route here. NM Akash. Let me go here. We'll see what this one gets. Because I know what I'm getting with BLD. I'm getting good hash. I'm getting like 8,000 for that. Let me select. Let's see what we get with the low cost bid. Probably not going to be giving me a good hash. So we're agreeing. The events are taking place here. Everything's getting set up. They created a container. This is all automated. It just runs. It just runs. Created containers. Some of them have a... Oh, nope, it failed. So this one's going to fail over and over and over. So some of these guys, I don't know if they haven't synced their rigs and stuff like that, but it's not good. So I already know this is going to keep failing. So I'm just going to close, and everything that I don't use gets returned to me. Oh, man, excuse me. I'm burping so much. Let me go back to my deployments. Let me show you guys a good one. So you got to kind of do this a couple of times, right, to find the right provider. Or you can kind of come over here and look at providers and see what they run, what's available, what they run. Excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm dying. So BLD is my favorite one right here. You can see what they run. Go back to my deployments, redeploy, create deployment, go. Wait for my bids. They pop up here, BLD. We're waiting for more bids real quick. A lot of them are coming in. This mofo is cheap but bad. So I can never get this one to work either, this provider. Rye staking. DDNS worked really well earlier on, but they've gotten really expensive. Excuse me again, guys. Waiting. Or I could refresh and I could just pick it, but I'm going to refresh if you don't give it to me. Any more bids? There you go. Now it's going to let me pick it. So I'm going to pick BLD. I'm going to accept the bid. This is what it looks like right here. Set up and get everything running. Once you have a Zeph wallet address and once you have some Akash in your wallet in less than 5 minutes. Bada bing, bada boom. It's deploying. You can see here, everything syncs. They've started a container. Scaled up miner, XMR. I'm going to go to my logs here. I'm going to follow along with my logs. Everything is being set. And this is where you can see more detail too about what you're getting, right? You can see the CPUs. This is an Intel. This is probably not going to be very good hash. I like when they provide AMDs. So watch, this isn't going to be the same thing. From the same provider, I'm not getting the same thing. This is Intel. Intel, you don't get as good hash. It's not bad, but you don't get as good hash. AMD is more cost effective, energy efficient. Watch here. So we'll wait. New job was picked up right here from the mining pool. Not yet, John. Not yet. We'll see. We'll see. And we're just going to see. I don't think this one's going to be as good as my AMD one that they provided. And this is the kind of bad thing. You don't get to bid specifically on the hardware that they're leasing to you. Right there. They picked up another job here. See, look, same thing. I'm only getting 2150 hash for what I'm spending here. That's just over 2 kilohash. Every 1,000 is a kilohash. And so that's not going to cut it for me. So I'm not going to, even from the same provider, this is the bad thing about it all, is it takes a lot of like messing around with, tinkering. Because you could go to the same provider and not get the same stuff, right? So again, I'm only getting from this provider using the same variables, right? I didn't change anything else from my last deployment. And this time I'm only getting 2150 because the CPUs and the equipment that they're using is not the same. It's, you're leasing different power basically. The AMD ones, you get way better. You get way better hash rates, way better returns. So 2150, not going to cut it for me. 2150, not going to cut it for me in comparison to where I'm going to the same provider, right? And I can go here to the first one and look at this. Oh, no, that is my first one. I'm sorry. That is my first one. What are you doing, you doofus? Let me actually just close this so I don't get it mistaken. And I'll go to the same provider on my other deployment that I already have, that's already up and running. And then this deployment is using AMDs, and I'm getting 8,751 for hash. So I want to keep this open because I like this. And I'm just going to add funds. I'm going to add 10 Akash to this to pay for my lease and let it run as long as the provider doesn't have a hang up for 20. So I've funded it to run for 23 days up front. So that's what I just did right there. Okay. But yeah, that's it. That's basically it. what you guys think about that. Some pretty cool stuff, huh? Anyway, guys, hey, don't forget about our channel sponsors. Check out Kajira.network, guys. Check out Jacko Protocol. Really, absolutely, I'm super grateful to have those guys backing up the channel. We try to provide food for thought, insight, and just conversations within not only the Cosmos ecosystem, but beyond when it comes to your investing and or trading career, or whatever you guys are doing within the space. Definitely check out Akash, check out Cosmos. Let them know Crypto Tank is the reason for the season. It's not. Don't ever say. I shouldn't say that. Jesus is the reason for the season. But yeah, thank you everybody in the Juno network. Thank you so much in believing in me. It's time to get to work in that front. So yeah, guys, we're gonna get out of here. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll check you guys out later. Thank you guys for coming. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share.